and welcome to episode 1 of a Pickled adventure. My name is Lila Pickle and I have travelled from where I arrived in this world to establish a project here in the massive area in the distance behind me. So the plans, I will reveal them shortly, but there are a few things to cover before that. Like, why am I doing this at all? Well, there are a few reasons. First of all, I want to play survival Minecraft consistently. In the past, I have only ever played Creative Worlds, and that was with a heavily modded game. And secondly, I want to build a world of my own. I have never had one, and any worlds that I have created in the past, I've always deleted them, much to my shame. And thirdly, I want to document and share my adventure, my journey of creating my own world. I told you there were only a few reasons. So moving on, I have a list the length of my living room, which is pretty long, of things I feel I need to get done. Like, now, the sun is setting and I would feel safer with a door between me and the horrors of the night and have a roof over my head. Because I don't fancy getting wet while I snooze. It's time to build the workshop-y! Yeah! For the workshop-y, we're going to build it over here, and eventually we're going to develop this whole entire area. So, let's get going! Woohoo! Well, that's the workshop-y done. Almost. There's still a lot to do with it. But at least we have a little space. We've got the bed that's going to sit up there. We're going to do a nice little entrance just in here. And then inside, which is looking like a stone hole at the moment, we're going to have our furnaces and a blast furnace, the stone cutter and grinder over here with an anvil. We're going to have bulk storage over here with a load of chests for our stone, our wood and aggregates. And then through this little doorway, eventually, we'll have another series of chests for all of the little mob drops and other materials. And then obviously through here, we'll have our ladder that takes us up to our bedroom. Now, there is one thing I do really need to do, and that is to gather some real basic materials, some more wood, some more stone. I don't even have furnaces at the moment. I've lost one stone pickaxe already. I'm going to keep that as a little souvenir. I also need to gather up some food, and we also do need some more tools eventually. I desperately need to find some iron, but right now the sun is going down. I'd better go and get some sleep. After a good night's sleep, I began by setting up my first chest and putting away all the stuff I wouldn't need. I then decided to craft some furnaces to cook some of the meat I had acquired, so I had some while exploring and gathering resources. The little resources I had, I crafted up a few more stone tools. And almost forgot to stack up and at least some torches. Finally, I was ready to step out my door and away from the safety of the stone hole. Staying close to base, I kindly asked the pigs for some of their bacon, in the hopes it one day saves mine. I lost the gold sword before chasing cows around the plains to relinquish them of their steak and leather. Finally, I gathered the chest at the ruined portal not far away. I do have plans for this portal in the future, so I decided not to touch any of the remaining blocks. Thought twice about venturing into a cave. Then got spotted by a zombie who happened to walk into my sword. Killed a few chickens. Had a nap on the beach. Ah, what a beautiful sunrise. Avoided a hole, only to then find one that went nowhere. Met some turtles. Displayed my annoyance at 2-block-high grass. Finally ventured into a cave and was greeted by the residents. Admittedly, I was terrified of being struck by the spider, but didn't mind collecting its string for later. Still, my little heart was slightly pounding after the encounter. With that behind me, I returned to the stone hole to unload stuff and prepare for the next outing. With the leather I had found, I crafted some rudimentary leather armour. A smart move for venturing further into caves. I extended my storage by 1 chest for more stuff to collect. I then realised that I had placed the chest in the wrong place. I crafted more tools. I cooked more food. And set off once more, this time heading in the opposite direction. I fell down a hole! Now I know why leather armour is brown, because boy did I... Anyway, I towered myself out of the situation like a pro. Now there is a reason why I didn't chop down the trees close to my location or base, of which I will explain at a later date. Carrying on, I found some surface lava, spammed my bed till the Z's hit me. I gathered some more coal. And some andesite, as this is the material I will be majoritively using for the Workshop A interior. I gathered some dark oak, as the trees are large and dense, and it's so much easier than gathering oak. Plus, dark oak happens to be my favourite wood type. Using my shiny mending shovel, I gathered some sand, in spades, axed some spruce trees for their wood, which is my second favourite wood type. Going to be using a lot of these woods in the future. I also gathered some birch, as I will be using some of this for the Workshop A. Scooped up some clay balls. I am going to be needing a lot of clay for the project. After crafting some more tools, I gathered some white granite. A little story. I asked my mum what she thought this white block was, and she replied, "It looks like granite." Even after explaining what it looks like, She still insisted it looks like granite. Upon my way back to the stone hole, I came across a very curious fellow, leading some llamas across the plains. Having investigated his wares and not having any currency to offer him, we shook on a more fruitful deal. Phew! Boy, did that take some time. You don't realise how long it takes until you're actually doing it. So other than gathering resources, I've also added some furnaces in here just to start out plotting where I want to put things. I actually think these are in the wrong place. They need to be one block further back. So when we come to getting the materials for the workshop I will be moving these. But these have been really useful for cooking up food. I've also cooked up some glass because we'll be needing that for the window upstairs. And obviously many other things later on down the line. And yeah. So we managed to gather these materials. I got quite a bit of dark oak. We're going to be needing a lot of that. Got some andesite, definitely going to be needing that. And yeah, got a nice little hole. Unfortunately, we do need much, much more.